This is a 2021 BMW M3 Competition, and today we're going to talk about it, drive it, and see what it has to offer. I've just completed my winter look for it with the ski box and the winter wheels, of course, with the Michelin Pilot Alpine 5, and so far they've been great, so that's good. Michelin, if you want to sponsor, hit me up, no problem. We can sort something out. And I have owned this car for about 2 months now, roughly, and it's been a joy every day, and I can't stop smiling while I'm driving it. I'm gonna show you around it. We're gonna talk more about the performance of it and all of it that it can offer, like, I don't know, just everything really. I thought I might give you a further away look for it first, and then we will look closer on it, but this thing is just beautiful from every angle, in my opinion. It's been a true masterpiece of BMW to build, in my opinion, but it just looks great from every angle, really. The only thing is that these rims looks nice, but I think the summer tires and the summer wheels I have looks a bit more aggressive and a bit more sporty, but these will do. But from the side it looks nice. You can see the carbon ceramic brakes. They are phenomenal, and they also look very good. So that's nice. And as you probably can tell, this car is not stock with how it looks. As I was telling you guys before, the stock BMW M3 Competition doesn't look like this. I can put in a picture here somewhere so you can see maybe the difference. So if I do this, you can see it here. That's what it looks like from the front when it's stock. And then the extra options you can see here is that we have the CSL grille, which is in carbon fiber and looks amazing. And then you have the front splitter as well, that really makes it all complete in the front with those small aggressive things as well. And then you have the yellow derails that makes the car look really aggressive, in my opinion. It's truly very beautiful with those, especially when you have the whole car in black. It makes the car look great. And the carbon ceramic brakes, as I was talking about, is phenomenal. They're really great when you want to stop the car, because that's great when you have a performance car. And other than that, these are standard on the car, but not these. This is something that we've put on later. And also these side skirts are also aftermarket. It's not something that comes standard. If we come around the back here, you can see that the rear diffuser is beginning there, and that's also not stock. It's something that we've mounted later, which goes back here, and it's also in carbon fiber, as you can see here. Looks really nice. And this boot lip ducktail spoiler, you can call it, is also not stock, but it looks really great and gives it a more aggressive look. The stock one is like a lot smaller and doesn't look this aggressive, so this is a must-have on your G80, I would say. But other than that, it's pretty much stock outside. There's nothing more done to it other than that. Well, of course, we have the ski box, which looks nice in my opinion, because it's winter now, but it's no snow here in Sweden, so that's boring. And if we first look in the boot here, you can see that here's some reference of how big it is, because it's pretty hard to see on camera, but it's 480 liters roughly. It's okay. It works in the daily what can you say, work and daily life. It works in the daily life, but it's not great when I picked up the winter wheels for this car. It was a struggle to fit it in the car, but it was, I think I put 3 on the rear seats and then 1 in the trunk compartment, so that was not very nice. Before we check out the inside, we are going to check the engine bay, of course. And this is the S58 engine. So it's a 3-liter straight 6 with 510 horsepower and 650 Newton meters of torque. So that's what it puts out stock. And if my insurance are watching, it's stock. But allegedly it has 720 horsepower and 800 Newton meters of torque, but I don't say much more than that. But yeah, this is nice. Looks very clean. BMW, they know what they're doing, really. But we will check out the inside first, and then we will take it for a drive, and I will talk more about it. And the first thing you're gonna notice is, beside this aftermarket door light, you will see the carbon bucket seats. And this is something that here in Sweden they're quite unusual actually. I think most of them have the sport seats and not the carbon buckets, but these are just absolutely crazy. I don't think I've seen a more beautiful back seat on a car that it's a 4-door sedan or G81 Touring if you have that as well. But yeah, so this is the first look. Since this one has the carbon fiber option inside as well and also outside, you could see that we have carbon fiber on the steering wheel there, and you have the paddle shifters in carbon fiber, and you have loads of different here, and then on the dashboard there, and loads of stuff. But since this one is a 2021, you get this display instead of if you have a 2023 or above, you get the long one. And yeah, but I think this is more nice actually. I think it looks more sporty, and the other one looks so electric almost, or what you can say. It's blue and red and loads of different colors, and you have no buttons for the AC and stuff, but even though it's easy to operate it, but it's nice to have those buttons in the middle there. So the only thing is that they're quite a struggle to get in and out of these seats, but other than that they're very comfortable. If you go maybe 2 hours maximum, it's completely fine. You can sit in the same position, no problem. Yeah, so under this little cover here, you have 2 cup holders as well. And of course this is a 8-speed automatic. You can get this one in a manual, but I think it's only if it's a normal M3 and one of the early ones, so not in a competition, I think. But I think this gearbox is absolutely phenomenal. It's not as brutal as the DCT in the last generation M3, but it does the job, is really nice, and it can handle a lot of power, so that's good. But as I was saying, these buttons here are really nice, and those carbon buckets are also heated, so that's great now in the winter. Other than that, on the inside, not so much else. You got some ambient lighting here. You can change the colors if you want. But yeah, this infotainment system is great in my opinion. It's easy to operate. You can change loads of different stuff. You also have these gesture controls and stuff, so that's pretty pointless, but you have it. It's touchscreen as well, of course. You can see all the different kinds of stuff, your tire pressure and your sport displays and setup, and yeah, so you can also change into that display here if you put it in this M mode, so you can have it with these safety things here, so you can configure your own custom with all the safety system, with the laser and the radar and everything. So this, you see this button here, you have the autopilot and stuff, so it's pretty loaded, so you have everything that you really need with the cruise control. And yeah, but you can turn that off and you can make it pretty custom however you like it. And here in the setup you can configure these stuff. You have of course the engine, and then the chassis of the car, and then the steering, and then you have the brakes. So it's a pretty big difference if you have it in with the, you can change easy with these M1, M2 buttons, but if you have it in comfort and sport, it's a pretty big difference, because also the valves of the car opens up when it's in sport plus, and sport plus. So that's a really big difference that you're gonna hear later. But it sounds great. I really like it. Some people think it's a bit too raspy, or what you can say, but yeah, I like the sound of it. It sounds nice. Now we're gonna do a startup. So I'm gonna have the car in comfort. So I will put it in all the comfort settings, and you will hear the startup. I will first show you the sound when you have it with closed doors and are just inside. So this is, yeah, so that's it when it's in comfort mode. Yeah, it's pretty cold outside. It's starting to be 2.5 degrees, so if you're wondering why my nose is running, that's why. But if we go around the back, you can see also not great going out, because those buckles are insanely high, so you don't reach the floor, but so you have to be a bit careful when going in and out. But it's okay, it's fine, you get used to it. So this is it in comfort mode, and as you can hear, it's pretty quiet actually. It's not too high and not too low. It makes a nice sound. But if we go around here and then just press M2 two times, you hear the difference. Now it's pretty loud actually. So I will drive the car a bit forward here and put you there, and I will give you some revs before we leave. So the car is now in comfort mode, and then I will switch it over to sport, which you will probably hear the difference, and probably you're gonna hear the difference. And I will give you some small revs, not over 3000 RPM, so you know how much I will rev the engine. Yeah, the microphone will be here by you guys. Yeah, let's go for a drive now, and we will talk more about the car, and you will hear it and stuff. Yeah, that's the gesture control. Hello to you. Yeah. car turns off that one, we will need that one, that light, because without the light you don't see, and I want you to see. Now we're out on the main road, so that's good. And these are some small, what can you say, countryside roads. So they're a bit turning, so that's good, that's fun. But I hope you can get the sound of the car good, even though I only have this tiny microphone. But for now it's just in comfort mode, so now it's pretty quiet. You can absolutely use this as a daily. It's even quieter when it's completely stock, if you have a stock one, which I have, of course. And also the ski box now is pretty loud with the air flowing, so if you go above like 70-80, which you will hear on the highway, it's pretty loud, so you will have to just turn up the music or accelerate and brake, so you will hear the engine instead. But as I was saying, it's getting dark, and when it's dark you need to have good lights, and these are the BMW laser lights, and they are crazy good. It's actually really impressive how good they are for being a stock light, and you don't have to mount extra lights on your car, which you won't do on a performance car probably. Some people do, I don't judge, but these are actually amazing. So if you're deciding if you want to build your own BMW, you have to go with the laser lights. They're absolutely phenomenal, so definitely go for those. It's worth every money. So the car itself this one is lowered a bit in the front, so you will have to watch the front splitter when you go over speed bumps and stuff, which is it's an anxiety that you have all the time when you drive the car, but it is what it is. It's with all cars, they're all pretty low. Let's see if we can hear some engine noise now, if the mic will pick it up, but probably. So now it's in efficient, and I will switch to sport now. And what I like to do when I drive these or any kind of performance cars is that I like to use the paddle shifters, because it's a bit more feeling to it. But since this one is a 2021, it's only rear-wheel drive as well, so it doesn't have the four-wheel drive system. So that's the only thing that this car doesn't have, really. So that's the only thing I would miss. But it's a good feeling with rear-wheel drive, especially when you don't have a electric car, so you hear the sound and you get the emotions and everything. So yeah, you can't do that with a electric car, and that's all you need really to decide if you want one or not. But I don't know, they're good for some reasons. Yeah, they are, but just that sound, you can't really, there's no emotion in a electric car, which you can't I don't know, there's nothing that compares to a brutal performance engine with a good exhaust. But yeah, some speed bumps here, and then we're ready for the motorway here, or the highway, or whatever you call it. In Sweden we call it motorväg, so yeah, there's that. But as I said, this car has a lot of power, and you will hear it now. pretty brutal. It's now you also hear the ski box. It's pretty crazy how loud this car is, especially from the outside. When you go in the city, it echoes between the buildings, so the pops and bangs there, it's crazy loud. But if there's something happening in town, it's not me. I promise. But yeah, if we switch it back to comfort now and put it in autopilot and set the cruise control to the speed limit, of course, it's good. It's a practical, good car for that as well. So you have all of the needs in one car. So it's amazing. The car just feels raw all the time, almost. If you have it in comfort mode, it's still kind of raw, if you get what I mean. It's you feel that it's big, it's a bit wide on the wheel arch, and it's aggressive in all different kind of ways. So, but I like that as a car. I want to feel it. If I buy a performance car, I want it to be a bit more performance all the time, and that's what this car really is. You have all the equipment that you need. You have heated steering wheel, you have the laser, you have cruise control, autopilot, you have the Harman Kardon sound system, you have the gesture control that works absolutely fantastic sometimes, but it's also pretty annoying sometimes. But that's another thing. But that's the only thing I can say that it's pretty annoying about this car. But you can also turn that off. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no problem, really. So as I was talking about before, this car is a stock but producing 720 horsepower and around 800 newton meters on the rear wheels, which is pretty crazy. I haven't even put it to the test with the full throttle, because it's always been a wet weather here since I bought the car, so that's pretty annoying. But I guess I will have a new car to the summer then. Get some sound here in the tunnel. Sounds pretty crazy. Well, he wanted to drive there. It's pretty aggressive on the downshifts actually, which is nice. Sounds good at least. Works. When the valves are open, it's pretty loud even in the lower RPMs, especially if you're going like around 70 or 80 kilometers an hour. I see if I can do it here, but it's pretty, when you step on the gas, then it's a bit like noisy and mumbling sound, or what you can say. I like it though. I like the sound of it, but some people will say that it doesn't sound nice, and I don't agree, but that sound, and but I think it's nice. engine is super good. You can, even if you have it stock, you can fiddle with it a bit and you can get loads of power out of it. So that's also nice. There's loads of stuff you can do to it, and you don't need to do much to it to get loads of power out. Just a ECU tune and some mid pipes or full exhaust if you want to have that, or some catless downpipes or sport cats or something, and you can really build a really good and fast car. Because it's stock, it's fast, but you feel like the engine wants to do more. The opportunities for the engine is really crazy. There's loads of different cars out there. There's the Tourings with built engines with 1,000 horsepower. You have 900 horsepower on many, both G81s and G80s, and yeah, it's truly an amazing engine to have. So it's the same engine in the G87 M2, in the G82 M4, and the touring version of this one, of course, as I said, and then the G80, and yeah, so it's many of BMW's cars that use this engine now, which is great because it's a great engine. This has been a walk around on my G80 M3, and hopefully we have some more videos coming soon, either with this or with other cars. I'm not sure, but I guess the future will tell. Subscribe if you're new, that would be nice. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe soon. Maybe. See you guys. Take care. Bye.